always just enjoyed the weight room, always enjoyed training.
I wanted to be one of the best in the sport.
The long-term goal is always to become the best weightlifter you can become, to lift the most weight that you can in the context of your body weight category, and ultimately the rest takes care of itself. This team, I think, that we're assembling is just, you can already feel the bonds. They genuinely like each other on top of being teammates. What we have in weightlifting in the United States is what we refer to as a decentralized system. So there's no Olympic training center anymore where athletes can go and congregate and participate in atmosphere and get coaching. And so it kind of is on the onus of these different clubs around the country to be able to create atmosphere that's going to drive performance. And so what we have is our good friend Alex Lee. He's got a gym in Arizona that he's been working to build along with his coach Shaheen, and then they have one of the best young super heavyweights in the country in Kaiser Witt. And Alex and I were just talking, it's hot there in Arizona, it's tough to train, so it's a great opportunity to bring these two awesome clubs together and let the athletes just create an atmosphere. It's electric, and you can really feel the level of the intensity come up each and every day.
So in Colorado, I was just trying to qualify for nationals. That was my big goal. So I, made the qualifier by only 5 kilos, and I was originally planning on going to nationals last year, but I ended up hurting my shoulder. I was lucky because I started training as a, competitor in athletics when I was 10 for swimming. So it wasn't my first competition, overall. In weightlifting, if you don't make a lift, you don't post at all. It's a complete failure. So it's definitely something that I wasn't used to. Right now I'm training for AO3 in Las Vegas. It's the last qualifier for the World Championships. Right now I'm seated in the last spot. I need to really make sure that I make all my lifts. I need to post a total and just really work on consistency between now and then to make sure that I can solidify a spot so that I can go to Turkmenistan and represent the United States and just really keep adding to my resume of weightlifting.
Yeah, Rob is in a position where he can make this world team and really break through, from the strong national competitor standpoint, where he's a podium type national competitor into like a senior international competitor.
My name is Robert Blackwell, and I'm from Pittsburgh, California. I showed up, and my first day I snatched 60, 65 kilos, nothing impressive by any means. And Glenn Pendlay was the coach at the time, and Glenn and Dave were both the ones that kind of evaluated me, and I was a junior weightlifter at the time, and they pretty much said the same day that I had a month before my first competition, and the goal was to qualify for junior nationals, which was a month after that. They kind of set the expectations, and with playing football at De La Salle, it's a pretty dominant kind of program, as well as the track and field is very good, and that's kind of how they were too. They set the standard, and you just kind of showed up and did it. So in a way, it was probably more comfortable for me that they kind of set the standard like that. They were like, you're going to your first meet, you're going to qualify for juniors, and it was like, okay. The first month I trained, I put 30 plus kilos on my snatch. I think I snatched 95 at my first meet, and I clean and jerked 120 or 122, something like that. And so same thing, I put probably like anywhere from like 20 to 30 kilos on in the first month to qualify for juniors, and second meet ever was headed out to Minnesota for junior nationals.
He's had such a long journey. He's had ups and downs, injuries, and he is one of our longest standing soldiers here in the gym. If there's anyone that I want to see be successful and really kind of take this journey, and move it to the next level, it's him. He deserves it. He's worked so hard for so long, and now, he's at the goal line, so we just have to get him to tuck the ball away and lower his shoulder and drive through.
One of my big things, though, was to be able to merge my two jobs pretty much, which is being a weightlifter and being a strength coach. Good, now squat. There we go, one more time. A little lower, squat lower, squat lower. There you go. Our hard workers that may not naturally just be the LeBron James of the world that aren't going to go to NBA or aren't going to go play in the NFL, another chance to do something, possibly represent Team USA, possibly get scholarships now. It's such a small field relative to like a track and field where there's arguably 1 million kids playing right now, versus 1,000. Gives you a little better shot at kids like me where I can really afford college, an opportunity to go to college by getting a scholarship.
She started off like gangbusters, and then as the landscape shifted, as women's weightlifting became more and more popular, she was having trouble keeping up with those podium type performances that the other athletes in her weight class were delivering.
So at that time, the team was going through a little renovation, and they offered me a position on the team as their only female at that time. I jumped right on it. I couldn't wait to be a part of this team. So I have a little over 3 weeks. The biggest part for me now is to just really dial in my nutrition. I don't want to say diet because, everyone hates that word. But nutrition is part of training at this level, and that's the biggest part of my struggles right now. If I make this weight class, I will be at the top of the weight class. So I just have to keep grinding and try to just be better. Before Kelly came here, I'm the only in-house resident female on the team, and I take a lot of pride in having that position. I'm like Mama Bear in here. So I'm really proud to say that I can hold my own with these boys, and for a while, Rob was injured, Stefan was battling some ailments, so I felt it was my responsibility to push Wes.
When she felt this shift in opportunity, she just has gone for it. So every practice, if there's one athlete here that's outworking Wes right now, it's Nicole. You get to watch these narratives just unfold with each and every one of these journeys, and watch how they handle the adversity and watch how they overcome the adversity, and it's just it's such a cool thing to be a part of day to day.